Okay, I just wanted to ask you which have been your main takeaway, either for the book or from the book club.
Oh, good
From all of
question.
us?
Good question.
Who wants to go first? Who wants to
I think I'll
There.
go first, if
Okay.
that's okay. So yeah, because I think I was consistently there in all the sessions with Penny and Sybil. So my favorite part from the book, and as far as Penny's explained, so I think it's from the book club, is the question pencil routine, which I actually was doing the pencil continuum, and I realized that if it is, if I put in some prompts from the question pencil routine, it works best from my class, and I'm stuck there only. I think this is a very good way to do it with 5 to 6 year olds, so I'm not looking any further or trying something else. But of course I want to try the question buddies as well. But I think for the age group that I'm taking, the early years, the question pencil just works wonders. Also, I like the provocation carousel, because I had never tried it before. I just loved how my children were engaged in each corner of the classroom, and how one provocation was very interesting to somebody, while another provocation was interesting to somebody else. So I think I'm moving ahead. I'm never going to have one provocation. I'm going to have a mix of at least 4 or 5, so that I also, I get a much better idea of what children want to learn. So it becomes more agentic, and children are more involved when they are looking at a lot more provocations. I have a lot more burning questions, and I know how to take my inquiry forward, and I can change it a bit and tweak it a bit depending on questions they're asking. So I think I had to really unlearn a few things to carry these two forward.
This
Wow.
unlearned part I can relate to, yes. And being new to IB and inquiry based learning, because we were doing it, but we weren't following it like like in IB. So it was new, and you guys have cleared many misconceptions. So it was an eye opener. This book club that. And I kept on asking questions, although I missed two sessions, unfortunately. One I couldn't wake up, but the key takeaways is all the strategies. The way she has explained the question pencil, I was already using, but I think the way I have started using it now is way more effective and efficient. And I even tried the open-ended, close-ended questions with my grade 1, and I was surprised that they started writing questions, and they were confident that whether it's a shallow one, open-ended, or a closed end. And the one thing that I liked the most is making friends from of this club, having friends from different regions of the world. So it's, yes, I'm actually cherishing this. So happy for that.
Been amazing. Yay. Thank you for sharing, both of you. What about you, Penny? What's your biggest takeaway and celebration?
My celebration is jumping into doing this. Because
Sorry?
for me, jumping into doing this, jumping into
Okay.
the club and doing it,
Mhm.
because for me it was like being a risk taker. Because one thing is making a post or writing or presenting, but carrying on something every week, making a compromise, like to do a session, to unpack a book that I had already read, but it was unpacking it for other people in another language. And, just to compromise with all of you and to make it meaningful. So I had to unlearn not trusting in myself, and I had to unlearn all the things I had assumed before, and just do it without thinking. And meeting all of you and having that kind of boost every Wednesday or Friday has been amazing, because Cyril knows I came home completely tired and dead, And then when the book club finished, I just couldn't sleep. I was so excited. So it was like an energy boost for me. That's my takeaway.
So grateful.
You
That's
know,
amazing.
I think the most important part about the book club is we could have all read the book by ourselves. That would have been very easy. But Penny made it so clear that, you know, we are more confident after the book club. Like, surely, like, we know what we are doing. We are sure of what we are doing. So I think Penny got that conviction that, you know, it is like this and we can do it like this and this may work out better. So, of course, reading the book is a completely different thing, but being a part of a book club is like a really real thing, is being a part of the book club where you have so many perspectives to look at, and it was just fantastic.
Everybody had their own perspective, and we got to read this book from different perspectives in just 1 month. Wow.
Yeah. At the beginning, I was like, wow, how am I going to do this? Right? Oh my
So
goodness.
a
What
big
about you,
club,
Sujal?
no, a big club for us because the first session was the 1st of January after
Yeah.
New Year. So we
Yeah.
started with a new month. That's a very big thing.
Yeah, we started right and during break still, didn't we? Yeah, right. And today's January 31st. Look at that. That's like literally the first and last of the month.
The first and last.
Amazing. Jacqueline, what about you?
Yeah, so I feel a bit of a fraud because
No.
I sort of jumped in before I'd finished the book, thinking, well, this is because it's also I'm coming more from a perspective of I help others in the job I do. It's not so much for me, but it's for helping others. And so it was really nice, Penny, to listen to the way you're interpreting it, because I think it's really good to have different perspectives, and obviously everybody had a different perspective. I'm working with new colleagues who are quite new to inquiry as well, so I want to not make it so that it's too inaccessible. So it's nice to have conversations where we're hearing those who've got a lot of experience using it and those who are new using it, so you get all those different, and just being part of a book club again. I haven't done this for a while, so it's really, and in fact, Penny, I think, are you in Valencia?
I'm near Valencia. I'm 1
Yeah,
hour
because
from
I was in Valencia at Christmas time. We went down there, we just drove down, and I thought,
Oh,
oh, I'm sure, because I'm not sure if you and I are actually connected on LinkedIn or not, but I follow you on Instagram, and I thought, I'm sure that she's in that. We
yes.
stayed at Liliana.
La Liana is my uncle lives there. My
Okay,
mom
there we are. So we stayed
from
there for
Valencia.
a few days. So I do feel I haven't actually finished, but my kind of fun moment is that before Trevor, I've never had a workshop with him, but I've been on what is his sort of, he calls it his email friend list, even though he doesn't know any of us. And before he brought this book out, he sent us, he sends us a few videos and we have to send
Yes.
comments back. And then he did a whole thing about which color he was going to choose. And he gave us, a choice of about 5 different colors. I think it was orange and red. And I have his other books. And so I
Me
went
too.
through
Yeah,
each
they are
color and
a
I kind of
different color.
compared it a little bit to emotions and so on. And basically what came out was yellow. But then I had to say, actually, yellow is my least favorite color. And, it's not that I don't want you to use yellow, but yellow would probably be the best because it matches all the others. So when the yellow came out, I thought, oh no, it's my least favorite color. I'm going to have to read a book that's yellow. But it was true, because if you put his books now in line in a library, the colors actually go really well together. Whereas if it had been an orange, I think he had orange, purple, red, a kind of blue, maybe not a blue
Yellow.
because he already has
No
blue,
blue,
and then
just
this
one.
bright yellow. And I did sort of quite a personal note, because my reason for not liking yellow, and you're all going to think this is funny, I hope, was that when I was growing up, I had very organized mother, and we all had our own color towel, and I had yellow, and my whole childhood,
Oh,
I hated this yellow towel. I wanted the green one that my sister had. So yellow has always, and yet yellow is just such an amazing color, but yellow's always been this like, oh, I don't like yellow. I don't buy yellow clothes, but now I've got this yellow book that I'm getting through slowly. So it was really nice to kind of jump into this book club and, really make the most out of hearing people, just the enthusiasm. I've been teaching the PYP now teaching and leading in the PYP since its inception. That tells you how long I've been an IB educator. And it's just so nice to exchange with that enthusiasm that people have when they're really working with people like, Trevor's work or Kath Murdoch's work or anybody's work that's really in that inquiry cycle work. So yeah, so I haven't actually implemented very much yet, but Penny, you've kind of given me a little bit of a head start, so I know where to go, which is good.
Well,
Yeah.
knowing the experience you have, I'm feeling shy now, because I'm still a baby. I'm still an embryo in PYP. So
Yeah, but you're brave.
Penny,
You're brave, and I'm not. It's this whole new world of, it's this opportunity that people have to share with
Yeah.
others that normally you wouldn't have shared. So it's great. You just keep doing what you're doing. It's great.
We all
agree.
have our learner profile attributes. Jacqueline, you are a knowledgeable, and Penny is a risk taker, right?
I am a
Absolutely.
risk
Yeah, yeah.
taker, yeah.
Yep. And it's serving
You
you
don't
well.
know
It's
how
serving you
much I
well.
am a risk
You're doing
taker.
great. Yeah.
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 I don't think a lot, and sometimes that's good. I mean, I don't think about what I'm going to do. I just throw myself into it, and then I repent. But
Me too. Fake it till you make it. Oh, that's awesome. Jacqueline, I feel very similarly to you. A big eye-opener of this book club for me was that I didn't have to read the whole book and practice the whole book
Yeah.
to learn a ton, to lead others, to really dig deep. While Penny did like all of our amazing live calls, I worked on, posting in the group and
Yeah.
on LinkedIn. And it really required me to simplify and break things down. And that
Yeah.
was such a good learning experience. And I got better at
Yeah.
it and faster at it. And now I can apply that to so many things I do.
Oh,
Right.
great.
And that's
Great.
because Trevor's amazing and his book was so practical already, right? Like I didn't have to go super deep to be able to do that. But that was just such an aha to me, because I think as busy educators, we feel like we can't ever read books because I don't have the time to dedicate it. I won't be able to read cover to cover. I don't know how they do it, but they're an avid reader and read 50 books a month. We see this on social and I'm like, I don't know, I can't do that. But this club gave us the space to go super deep with this book without spending hours and hours and having to read it cover to cover. And I think that was just such a cool experience to feel and be a part of. And it's inspired all the book clubs that Teachers Need Teachers are now going to have every single month. And so
Yeah.
thank you, Penny, because it's, you're looking for that, like, what's the niche? And this is a way to learn together. This is a way to elevate each other, and our perspectives, like you said, Sadia, are so varied. We're in different locations, we have different backgrounds, we have different experiences. And I think there's so much value in that, of how we then interpret a text and what we do with our students. And I'm so appreciative of all of you and sharing your work in the group, sharing your work on the Padlet to share with Trevor. Like it's really, all of you are taking risks by participating and by putting yourselves out there in that way, and it will benefit you. You will be better at what you do, because when you share that, you're reflecting. And
Right.
reflection is the most powerful thing we can do, right?
Mm.
Because
Yeah.
then we can make different or the same steps forward. Our brains love it, and it's so powerful. So I'm so proud of each one of you for your contributions and participating and showing up and participating in so many ways. It's just been so
for the
phenomenal. And I
Padlet,
love the question topic. It's applicable to everything, to inquiry, to everything we do as adults, as children. It's just so powerful. The curiosity, to be a curious person, we are
Yeah.
giving a gift to our
Yeah.
students, to our colleagues, the gift of curiosity. It is the best gift. It will serve everybody, in my belief, in every way so well.
Although
Because when you
throughout
can
my
ask
childhood,
questions, you can move forward, right? What's that, Sadia?
on a lighter note, I always used to hear that curiosity kills the cat, but now I want all our learners to be curious. Such a contradiction.
That's
But
so
yes,
funny. I wonder what that idiom is about.
yeah,
Curiosity killed the cat.
Curiosity
Haven't
I think
thought
killed the
about
cat.
that in a while.
the cats are
let
definite risk takers.
Yeah.
They're risk takers, and they're going to go find things out. And unfortunately, sometimes they're
Too
they're
find
much.
out.
so curious that they get themselves into trouble, but don't know how to
Yeah.
get themselves out of it. At least we know how to usually get ourselves out of it.
True.
Mhm.
And eventually reframe our mistakes, right? We have enough brain power to
Yeah.
do that. Yeah.
I was thinking that also the Padlet can be a living help for us or a reference for us if we keep on adding things. I mean, at some point we will have to send it to Trevor, but it can continue later, and we can just have it as a reflecting,
Yeah.
a tool, I guess.
Yeah. I
I'm not
mean, we can
very
even
much into
share it with
Padlet, but they
him.
work.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was saying that before I wasn't really much into Padlets, but they do work. It took me quite a while to get used to them, but then they work.
Yeah,
They-
it is a nice collaborative platform that's pretty
Mm.
simple, and we can share the link with Trevor and then keep adding to it too as our own resource,
Yeah.
within the group. And then because I don't know if you guys can sign up for notifications. I get a notification when somebody adds to it. It would be nice if you could, and then you would know to like see what, go see what other people are doing.
I get a notification every time you post something on Teachers Need Teachers.
Okay,
That's
yeah, in the
reason.
group.
But in the
Hmm.
private,
So I
I'm
could
not.
post in
Not.
the group that there's some updates on the Padlet or something as well. Yeah.
Mhm.
And just so you know, if those emails drive you crazy in the group, you can go into settings and turn them off or turn them to weekly or turn them to never. I know I do that in
If
some
I would
groups, and I just
know.
like to go check the group versus getting a notification. But just so you know, some people like the notification, some don't. You can turn them off, I promise.
I actually like it because I am turning into a forgetful soul. So yes, these reminders, these notifications keep me updated. Otherwise, I'll be lost.
Okay, good.
Mm.
Good. Welcome, Padma. I don't know if you want to share anything, any takeaways from the book club. We're glad you're here.
The takeaways I would say is that without reading the book completely and just skimming and scanning, attending here and there these meetings and then listening to the recording, it's actually given me a good insight into the book. Though I had, like I told you last time, I was there in the workshop, and when he did the question, the pyramid, and then turned it all, and that was like an aha moment for me. And I recently saw, I think about 3-4 days back, where Trevor had, somebody had done that exercise, and Trevor was also there, and I tagged him because I did the pencil continuum. Now, the children, what I saw was that they really needed a lot more scaffolding and practice to come up with open-ended questions and also to come up with the right words. I'm talking about grade 3, to come up with. So if they're looking at a picture, they do not specifically give, the question is not specifically towards a particular picture, or, what is it? Why did these people take a picture of this? So it was not very specific. So all the questions were there. And after I saw, Trevor's example over there, so now we are planning to sort all the questions and convert it into a question pyramid and then turn it around to show how it can be. So I think that's been a good, listening to all of the recordings and listening to you all. And then this one, so it was like a very good continuation of what we are talking, what is there in the mind, and then you see that on LinkedIn popping up. So I think, that's fabulous that I joined this book club, though I've not been able to give my 100% to it. But it's now I'm advocating for question pencil routine and getting things. So I've been, because there's one teacher who I'm the face leader, the grade leader for grade 3. So one of the teachers goal is to arouse curiosity and develop questioning skills. So I told her, I said, please look into these 3 strategies, start do the question continuum, so that you will then transfer it into the question pencil routine. And yeah. So, but it's been fabulous. Thanks, Penny, and Cyril or Cyril?
Sybil.
Cyril.
Yeah.
So I think for this beautiful opportunity, I loved Penny's Learning Wall workshop. So so I've been a great fan of hers and following all her LinkedIn posts. Thank you very much for creating this platform, Cyril.
You're welcome. And I have the same sentiment about Penny. She's amazing. And I
Yeah.
mentioned this on the last call. I don't know if you heard it, that Penny also has another workshop in the Teachers Need Teachers classroom on
Okay.
cooperative learning. So
Yeah.
check
Oh,
that out.
okay.
You just have to go to the cooperative or the classroom tab, and then you'll find her workshop on cooperative learning in there. And then Penny, you have a
Oh.
workshop coming up next month as well.
I think
No,
I saw that on LinkedIn, I
well,
think.
it's like a workshop, but in a conference.
Oh, you're
And
going to a conference. That's right.
The
well, no,
webinar.
it's online. It's online. I cannot
Online
go.
conference.
I work too much. I would love traveling, but I can't. I'm working from Monday to Friday. It's impossible.
What is
But
the online conference called again?
Educast. It's called
Educast, isn't
Educast.
it?
It's
That's
an
right.
Educast conference. Yeah.
On Learning Walls, okay.
Yeah, because Jessica Vance, well, they wanted Jessica Vance to do an online thing with them.
Okay.
She couldn't. So Jessica recommended me.
Okay.
Wow.
And I was like, wow. Yeah, I was like,
Wow.
wow. She contacted me because I contacted her last year because I was using some of her resources in one of my workshops, and I always contact the person first. When I was doing the Visible Thinking Routines one, I contact Project Zero in Harvard, so they knew I was using the adaptation of the Visible Thinking Routines, not their resources, but adaptation. And they gave me the okay. Then when I used Cosmos Docs material, I also asked her. I asked Trevor and I asked Jessica for the Learning Walls resources for the copyright, they use last year. And she said yes, so she had my details. And to my surprise, she sent me an email and she put me in touch with the coordinator in that school. And we
Okay.
have been talking because they want something about Learning Walls. And I think it's going to happen. I've sent like a template of what I want to do. So
Okay.
it will be a little bit difficult because of the time zone. They wanted me to
Yeah.
present at 4 in the morning my time.
Yeah.
So
The
my
time zone.
neighbors will kill me basically if I'm I'm not very quiet. I speak quite loud. I'm Spanish. So I don't know how to speak like this, with calm. No, I shout. So when we had the online lessons, my neighbors already hated me because I was teaching from 9 to 5, my 6-year-olds, like shouting and representing and being theatrical. So they are going to have like a provocation activity I will send, and then I will connect at 9 o'clock my time, 9 o'clock in the morning, because it's a Saturday, which will
So
be
this is
quite a good time for you, I think.
Indus Bangalore or Indus Hyderabad or Pune?
No, this is for
Eh,
Mahindra.
For
yeah,
Mahindra, yeah, I
Mahindra.
thought she
Yes,
said something
Mahindra.
about Indus.
No,
No,
I'm
it's
looking at
Mahindra.
Indus.
Okay,
But
Bangalore?
I was
Pune.
surprised. I didn't know you knew.
No, I saw in one of your posts, Penny. I
No,
saw
but
in
I didn't say that. I didn't say the place, I think.
No, I read it or somewhere about Mahindra you were talking about, or maybe here in the club you must have said.
Maybe in the club, yeah, maybe in the club.
Yeah,
Because it's not 100% yet. It's like one of those projects they throw out you, and it's supposed to have a date and a time. But
yeah.
I always wait and see till it happens. For example,
I'm sure.
EduCast, I know it's going to happen because it's next week. But
Yes. All the
But
best for that, Penny. All the best for
Yes.
that event as well.
yeah,
Yeah.
things are coming surprisingly every now and then when you least expect them, and I just jump in. And yeah, and the EduCast one, it's going to be, I think I'm going to enjoy it because it's setting up learning spaces for
Okay.
inquiry and for questions. So I would just like to share how I do it with my children and how we do it in my school and how we take advantage of being, of having open spaces, because after COVID, we had to use the open spaces as much as we could. So sometimes, difficulties can be challenges, can offer new
Mm.
opportunities. So
Yeah.
that was a new learning opportunity for us. Oh my God, Jacqueline, you're going to be there. Now I'm shy again.
I basically anything that comes in that I can register for, I register for these days, because it is really, it's so enriching, and I really recommend it to everybody. Things that come in on LinkedIn, especially those that are free, it's like register.
Yes.
Because
So much
not
good
only
stuff.
not only the topics, but there's the exchanges you have, and sometimes you have breakout rooms, so on.
Yeah.
It's for the last couple of years, I've been working as a mentor for the Global Schools program that does
Oh.
the works obviously with the UN, and I think I did the advocacy in, I think, 2021, and then afterwards, once you've done the advocacy, you get a chance of also mentoring the next cohort of advocates, and there again, they very often will be a cohort. So you usually take on about 7 or 8 in your region to mentor them. They don't really need mentoring. It's just an opportunity once a month to meet with them, give them suggestions, but it's more for them to connect with each other and share, when they're having challenges, when they're trying to implement things. And it's that sharing and communicating with others who are, going down the same track as you. It's great.
Yeah.
So
and
yes, I'm
I
looking forward
totally
to
agree.
EduCast. I haven't actually looked at the program. It came in today, actually.
Yeah, it came in today. I had it a
Yeah.
little bit before, well, like yesterday. It wasn't like very before. But yeah, the program is really interesting. There's some very interesting people there.
Yeah.
And if
But
you
I'm
can,
most
Lucy.
excited for you, Penny.
Yeah.
it's my
Lucy.
second EduCast. I was there last year as well. My first one
Okay.
was last year. Yeah, my first one was
Oh.
last year, and I presented again a workshop this year, and they said yes. So yeah, I'm there again. Yeah,
Right.
I've done EduCast, I've done the World Education Summit, I've done the TUDEL TS Summit. There was a time in which I just, like Jacqueline says, I just sent my workshop draft, let's say, to any of them that was on. And sometimes they say yes, sometimes they say no. For me, it's also experience, and way of connecting with more people. So,
Yeah.
I think a while back, Penny, you did. I say it sounds like I'm, see everything that everybody does, but there was one with, and I can't remember who it was, and I thought, oh well, I'll give it a try, and then I never heard anything, and I thought, oh no, I'm not doing that again. I'm not doing that again. I can't remember which one it was. It was, it might have been something to do with language, because you specialize in language, don't you?
no, well,
No?
my background is in literature and language, but right now I'm specializing in visible thinking routines and in different things
But
applied to that.
with just 1 year group or several year groups?
Right now with first of primary, with 6-year-olds, 6 to 7,
Yeah.
but I've been in second and in third. So
Yeah.
right now I can say I'm in lower primary. I'm specialized in lower primary, let's say, which is
Such a
kind of
fun-
interesting.
It's a fun age, though. That's where I spent most of my career too.
Interesting. It's
Yeah.
very
It's an amazing age. It's an amazing age. People don't actually very often give them credit for what they can do.
Oh my
No,
gosh.
that's true. That's so true. I mean,
Yeah.
they don't believe what they are capable of,
Yeah.
and they are amazing. They are amazing. I'm
They are
sending
very
the-
curious naturally, so we have that going for us.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's such a big advantage, actually.
And they like to play, I
Yeah.
taught 5th and 6th grade at the end of my career after coaching for a while, and I was like, I have to bring back the play and curiosity, you know? It's like, don't lose that. You're
They
still so
they
young. You're
are
still
not
kids.
shy. They are not shy. They love talking.
Right.
They don't have any kind of barriers to go outside or to go to another place. Or when you say don't use your book, they don't use the book. When you say sit on the floor, they sit on the floor. It's like they don't have any boundaries. And I
Yeah.
love it. They just do whatever you throw at them. They are like, "Wee!" And they love it. They enjoy everything.
Yeah, for sure.
So my thinking routine, Sarah said she was using only the pencil question. And we have talked about that sometimes it's better to stick to one. And you know, this year I'm sticking to two, to the question triangle and to the question pencil. It's working. Maybe next year I will try different ones. But this year, those two are working in my classes and it's what I'm using. My workmates, I'm beginning to have some of them implementing the question pencil, some like spreading the virus. They are catching it,
Good
but
virus.
not other ones right now. I'm trying to promote it, but you know, if they want to come to my class and take a look, they can just, yeah.
That's such a good way to lead, Penny. Just to be so open and share everything that you have and invite people to come watch you. It's amazing how the impact you can have on a school by doing that exact thing. And it sounds so simple, but it's so powerful. So powerful. So good job with that. That's amazing. And I would encourage everybody to take a risk like Penny and invite people into your classroom, share those
Yeah.
photos with each other. And even if they're 3 or 4 grades above or below, it's amazing what people can take away and the conversations you can have with your colleagues when you start doing that. I learned a whole new pedagogy a few years back now, the Modern Classroom Project. It's blended, mastery-based online self-paced learning. And I learned it with a PE teacher. I was teaching 6th grade math and a PE teacher. And that was the coolest collaboration because we had to talk about the pieces of the framework, the ways to get kids, no matter what they were learning, to engage in what we were doing, things like that. And I just never imagined learning something like that with a PE teacher as a classroom teacher, but it was the best experience ever. So try to be open, like who you can learn with in your communities, because
Yes.
it's pretty cool to learn with somebody who has a very different perspective, or maybe a high school science teacher, or right, like their knowledge, understanding of knowledge building is completely different than our primary brains understand knowledge building, for example. And how do you integrate that into inquiry? And amazing. Yeah,
That's true. We do have prejudices sometimes, and we think that, for example, as you said, high school doesn't have anything to learn from
they
kindergarten
have a
or
lot to
things like
learn from
that,
you.
and vice versa. I mean, we can
Yeah.
all. That's the richness of it, sharing. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, you know, Mitch Weathers put in the community recently, the Thrive Educators Thrive, I forget the exact name of it, conference. The replays are all in there now too, if you want to go check it out. I went to the conference. It was a Saturday free conference. It was amazing, but they really talked a lot about the science of learning. And it really comes down to 3 things. It's, oh, now I'm not going to remember the 3. It's not it's not recall, but oh, I lost the word now.
Repetition.
When you have to pull it out, you have to
Retrieval.
thank you. Oh my gosh. It's retrieval, spacing, or pausing. I think a couple of them called it, and metacognition.
Yeah.
Right. And no matter what grade you're teaching, what subject area you're teaching, those are like the core things we need to be working with kids around in some way. Right. So if we're doing a questioning routine and then we get into that or whatever it is, but I recommend you check that out. He posted that the replays are available too. And you can also sign up for next year's conference. He has a book called Executive Functions for the Classroom.
Yeah.
It's incredible. He is just like Trevor. He's like so giving and amazing. I'm going to do a book club with him too. trying to plan out the dates. So I hope you guys will join that as well.
It's
But he
coming
has
up,
that
right?
huge heart like
Yeah.
Trevor does.
Cyril, it's coming up, right? The executive function one. I think I saw
haven't
something on,
planned it yet.
but
We're
there's
in.
something on
think
LinkedIn?
there's a free 1 hour session
Oh,
with
yes.
Mitch.
Yes.
Yeah,
Right.
on that
Yes.
book,
Because-
I guess.
Yeah, I
Yes.
registered for that. I know the
Great.
timings are what is a huge, there's so much of a difference that you need to burn the midnight oil, when you want to learn. But however, I think it'll be worth. But if you are going to get him, then
I'm going to get him too, but go to that. I've been to that workshop. Maybe it's a little different, but he does it kind of repetitively. It's so good. So go to
Okay.
that workshop, but it won't be, I'm thinking it might not be until September that we're able to do his book. He's like Trevor, he's pretty booked out. So I'm trying to find a time because I would love him to come do a live part of that book club with us. So I'm also trying to think of like, Penny was so innovative with her idea of recording a call with Trevor for this one, right? And then we shared that and it's exclusive. And so I'm trying to work with authors to get them to maybe do a live at the end of the book club and, answer questions, or just trying to think of different ways we can run the book clubs and involve authors or not, depending on the book. So I'm glad you signed up for that. That's right. He just posted that he's got that one coming up. It's really good. It's really good. Yeah.
I think I'm going to say bye-bye because
Okay.
like Penny, I'm going to moderate a session tomorrow, a panel discussion on different curricula in, that's there in India, because parents are very confused what curriculum they should choose for their children. So there are some head of schools coming and I'm just going to moderate the session. So I'm just doing the final touches of my questions and stuff like that. So
Is
I
it
think
with
I'll...
Swati Popatwats?
No,
Padma,
not Swati. This is conducted live here by one of
Okay.
the elite nursery, kindergarten, early year school,
Oh,
thinking about that parents have been asking those questions. Now that they will go out of kindergarten, the early years, which would
right.
be a good curricula to choose? So
Curriculum.
which school they should put the child in, and what are the benefits and, of each of the curriculum. And so that is happening. So I think there are one retired, I don't know if you're familiar with schools in Bangalore, Sabah?
I am.
Okay, there's a new IB school that's opened in Bangalore called School of Raya, the head of
Okay.
school of that. And then there is Vidya Niketan for ICSE. So the
Yeah, yeah.
retired principal from there, she's coming.
Okay.
And then Inventure Academy, which is doing IGCSE Cambridge.
Oh,
So
I have
they
a
are
friend
doing it.
working there.
Okay, Inventure, the main one. This one is in Yashwantpur. So they've got 2 branches now.
The one which is in the outskirts next to
Yeah,
Indus
yeah. So
Bangalore.
that's the main
Yeah.
one. That's the main
Okay.
branch.
Okay,
And
okay, nice.
yeah, and then there's one from Malayaditi. That's also, I'm an teacher from Malayaditi. So they used to have both ICSE and IGCSE. So it's a
Nice.
blended approach to, the curriculum. So she's also coming. She's now the professional head over there. So I can maybe, if something is required, I can always put Penny in touch or something like that. They do professional development workshops, but then they are doing it like in-house and they are going out to do workshops because that school is another great school with their own pedagogy and very forward-thinking school that had come up in Bangalore as one of the first international schools. Truly international schools you would call, because now international in India is like a tag word.
Right.
Every school,
It's trendy.
earlier, long back, it used to be public school, and now every school has got an international attached to it. So whether they are international or not doesn't matter. So yeah. So
Before you go, can we take a quick picture?
yes, please.
Yeah.
Okay, Jacqueline,
I
are
will
you
make-
there,
She's
able
the
to join
picture
us in
lady.
picture?
She's the picture lady. She's the one that wants the picture.
I often forget, so I remembered. Okay, everybody ready? Yeah, we can hold our books if you want, or just us, either way. Okay, 1, 2, 3, cheese. Okay. Amazing. Well, thank you for coming, Padma. We'll see you in the
Good
group.
luck tomorrow, Padma, with the parents.
Yes, all the
Yeah, good
best.
luck tomorrow. Here's the picture. I'll post it online too. But if everyone comfortable with me posting that picture online on LinkedIn and
Absolutely. And please
Okay.
tag us
Yeah.
also.
okay, I know I'm terrible at tagging. I'm sorry. Penny's the one that's good at social.
I try.
I gotta get better at it. Okay,
I
I gotta tag you guys. I'm writing it down.
All right.
If not, we will tag ourselves. Don't worry.
Especially Instagram. I'm like, I can't do it. I don't know why.
Okie dokie.
Don't worry.
Y'all, good
Okay.
night.
Bye.
Good
Bye.
evening, whatever. Bye-bye.
Good night. Good morning.
Yeah, and Sadia, you're looking tired. If you want to go, we can end the call. It's we've been on for an
Yes,
hour
don't worry.
here.
I have to say, well, we will end the call first. I'm going to celebrate later, okay?
Okay.
No, I feel very, very, lucky to have had this experience. And I have to say thank you to Sybil because she was the one that made it possible. So
Yeah.
You're very welcome. My
she's
pleasure.
the star of the show.
You're very welcome. And I have to say thank you to you. I'm trying to figure out how to get my journal to you in Spain. So to be continued. But if not, if I can't get that sent, I'm sending you something different. So
Don't
Penny
worry.
did
Sybil,
send me her
I want to-
address.
I sent her my address. It was too
Yes.
much pressure.
Sybil, I was trying to look for your book on Amazon. I could only find a Kindle version. Don't you have like a hard copy selling on Amazon,
I
India?
do, but I wonder if it's not available in your regions.
No, it isn't. It isn't.
Okay, that's
I
too
see.
bad.
I'll try. I'll look for it again. Maybe I missed it
I
or
have
something.
it set at all of the Amazons I'm allowed to set it on. I think it's on like 15 different, the paperback is on like 15 different ones. But I can go in there again too and see it. That's been a while now. See if
Sometimes
anything's
there's a universal link, an Amazon universal link, and when you click on it,
Uh-huh.
it'll take you to where you can order. But
So
I don't
when
know
I
if that's
look
the
for
same
the
for
book
you. I know
on
it is.
Amazon,
So for
yeah.
example, in Switzerland, if I click on a link, it'll take me to Germany, Amazon for certain
Like,
things. Because
yeah.
if I go to the UK one, it won't deliver to Switzerland, whereas Germany will. So sometimes it depends where they'll actually deliver to.
Okay.
For
Thank
So
me,
you
Sybil,
for
the
you
that.
probably
thing,
have a
for me,
link
the
that will go with
same.
your book that will take her to wherever she can actually
Okay,
order it
I'm gonna
from.
look, Saba, and I'll get it to you and post it in the group
Yeah,
too.
Yes.
I have the same problem, Saba, sometimes when I try to buy from Amazon US. And some things are either too expensive or they are not
Yeah.
available. They are unavailable in Kindle. So I have to do like
Yeah.
Jacqueline says. And I
Yeah.
have just ordered your book, okay?
You've ordered my book? Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
It's
So have
coming
I.
on Thursday.
Oh, you guys are
Mine is coming on
amazing.
Thursday. Wait for the picture.
Thank you. Oh, that means so much to me. I really appreciate it.
Yeah. It's coming on
Hi.
Thursday.
Let me
Sadia,
see.
you are muted. See you trying to
Actually,
talk.
my son is calling. He's living in Turkey. He has joined a
Oh,
university
go,
there.
go and talk
So
to your
Yeah.
son.
time for the family
No,
call.
go,
I
go,
would
go.
I will catch up.
Bye. Take care.
Bye,
Nice to
Sandra.
Take care.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Let's stay in touch via LinkedIn or Teachers Need Teachers. We'll
Yeah.
be in touch.
Absolutely.
Okay. See you
Mhm.
around. Bye bye.
See you.
Enjoy your
Bye-bye.
weekend.
Yes, same to you. Enjoy the family.
Okay, I'm gonna do a book club. I'm gonna put it on the calendar. Maybe I'll do it in April.
Oh, you can.
Yeah, do Burn Bright Not Out book club. Have weekly meetings. I can do it, right?
How long did
I
it
mean,
take? How long did it take
Pause,
you to
you
write?
can.
we all have your book now, or we almost all of us have your book now. So
Yeah.
you have
Okay.
to do the book club.
Okay.
And I do have you on LinkedIn, Jacqueline. We are connected on LinkedIn.
Yeah, I
I
thought we
just
were
messaged you.
because
Yeah.
I'll tell you why. Because my Instagram is not really, I don't have like professional Instagram. And so I think I think I must have been following you on Instagram, but I changed so my name doesn't come up as me on Instagram.
Okay.
Whereas on LinkedIn, and I think after at some point we connected, I thought we were connected. I wasn't sure if we actually connected.
You're there. Yes, I have you.
Yeah, I'm not
Instagram
very
is
active.
okay. Yeah, Instagram is
I do-
okay, but LinkedIn is a great tool.
Yeah,
for
I say I'm not very
workshops.
active. I just like to do a lot of reading, what everybody else posts.
That's
So I don't.
okay.
Penny, do you do any work with Barry Cooper in Madrid?
No, I've never worked with
No,
him.
because he has so I think he's principal at like the Global College in Madrid, and I can't remember, we ended up being connected because he posted at one point, maybe like 12 months ago, he posted something about how all teachers should be posting on LinkedIn, all teachers. And it doesn't matter what you should be, or all educators, not necessarily teachers. And I can remember like sending a message saying, well, it's all very well saying that, but like you need courage to that. And he just said, just take your first step. Well, 12 months later, I haven't posted yet, but I've done a lot of like comments and likes, but I haven't posted my own thing yet. But it was really interesting because he's not the only one that says it. It's like you've got to start somewhere with something small. So, you would have started, I mean, you're quite active on Instagram and LinkedIn.
Quite active, yes.
But you must have started with something a little bit small, and then you just get bigger.
Very, very small. And I started during pandemic. During pandemic, it was when I started the teacher Instagram account, and LinkedIn years after.
Yeah.
But it was thanks to who I call my mentor in PYP, to Susan Powers. And
yes, okay,
I started talking to her in pandemic, and she was like really open. She was helping me with the online lessons who were driving me crazy. I was new in PYP. I had just got my PYP teacher qualifications. And she told me to do that. She told me, you should set up a teacher Instagram, and you should just start sharing what you do. And
I started exchanging with her before the pandemic. I started exchanging with her when I think she was in Italy at the time. Then from Italy, she went to Colorado, I think. And I think at some point she also had an accident. I remember she had an accident.
And then she had to go and see her family in Scotland. She went back.
Now she's back in Scotland again, isn't she?
Back in Scotland with her family,
Yeah, but she's done an amazing job with keeping things active. So yeah, she's very inspiring.
She was the one that told me to do that.
Yeah.
So I started small, and I think I'm still a small fish, but I'm spreading my bubbles.
Yeah, but at least you're a fish.
I'm a fish.
I'm still like a sort of, like a clam or a mussel. I don't go anywhere. I do a lot of digesting, and that's about it. But that's because also it's also, it's not something that I, had as
So then we would love you to take something here out of your experience. We would love you to do something.
No, I will start. That's my kind of goal for this year. So I will start.
Tag us, and then we can give you lots of love, and that will help. Because most people don't see your posts. Like, that was the biggest thing for me to get over, and still is. Hardly anyone actually sees every post, until people start commenting. And so in the beginning, like, you can feel comfort in knowing you're doing it, but it's not like
nobody sees
being broadcasting too big yet.
Oh, great.
But it is beneficial. When I was an ed tech coach, I don't even know what year, 2017 maybe-ish. I was big on Twitter at that time because that's where all the ed tech innovation coaches were. And that's where I started my posting journey, because I saw all of them posting and the amazing things. And I was in Asia and then Dubai. There was that was a big movement in those areas of the world as well. And so that's where I kind of started taking the leap of doing it professionally. But I like what you said, Jacqueline. I like about LinkedIn too, is that it's my professional realm. Even though I'm posting self-care stuff on there, for me, that's a professional realm too, because I'm trying to help people integrate that into their professional worlds. So I like that about it too. And I don't end up posting much on Facebook or Instagram as much, because I look at those as more my personal
Mm.
social medias. But yeah.
Good. Right, talking of personal, I'm gonna have to go.
Yeah. Yeah, I
Yeah, I
should go
think we
too.
better go. Yeah.
Nice way to finish the week. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. It's been
As
amazing.
I think Penny, you said it re-energizes you. It's good on a Friday. You think like, oh, can't do anymore, but it re-energizes us. So thanks.
Yeah.
I feel really energetic now. So
Love it.
Okay, have a great weekend, everybody.
Okay. Bye, you
Okay,
guys.
bye-bye.
Bye.
Thanks.
Bye.
Thank
Good
you so
night.
much.
Thanks,
Take care.
Sybil.
Thank you,
Thanks,
Saba.
Penny. Bye-bye.
You're
Thank you.
so
Thank
welcome,
you.
Saba. Thank you. And Saba, I'm
Thank
putting
you.
your podcast. I have a lot of notes from today and feel behind, but I'm putting your podcast in the group too, so you know, okay? Very
Yes,
soon.
yes.
I'll post
Thank you.
about it, and because that's a big part of the group is like to elevate everybody together. So
Thank
whenever
you,
you have
Sybil.
Penny workshops, like put them in there, like Mitch put his workshop in there. You know what I mean?
Yes.
That's the whole point, is to like
Thank you.
elevate all of us, the things we're trying to do and putting into the world.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you, Sybil.
You're welcome.
you.
Oh,
Bye,
I'm going to
Saba.
miss this book club.
I'm gonna
Really,
miss
I'm
it
gonna miss
too. We'll do more
it.
soon.
Yes, definitely. Your book now, Sybil.
Yes, I'm gonna put
Your
it on
book, yeah.
April. I've got the confidence from you guys telling me I should. So thank you, and I'm
Yes.
reading it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, bye-bye.
Okay.
Good
Okay.
night.
Bye-bye.
Bye, Penny.
Bye. Ooh, it's over.
We did it.
I'm so sorry. Ooh.
What, you're sad.
five.
Good job. Amazing. Thank
That is
you
great.
so much.
Thank you for the confidence. Thank you for giving me space.
You're
Thank you
welcome.
very much.
You're welcome. I'm so happy. It's so my mission just to put myself out there, put others out there, and build amazingness together for our future, for our students, our children, colleagues.
And now this has to go on. We have to continue.
Yep. Next month, personal development, and then yeah. So I'm gonna rebrand and put some big things out. I hope, if I get to them all this afternoon, later today and tomorrow. So I'm excited.
Waiting.
Yeah.
I'm waiting.
Yep. And I've got another Teachers Need Teachers magazine coming out in March. Do you want to have anything in there?
I will
Yeah?
send you something. Yes, I will send
Okay.
you something this time.
I would
The
love
other
that.
time I didn't have time, but I think I have something more.
You have some time? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to write this down too. Let me send you the information about that too. And I would
Perfect.
love for you to have you join that. Okay. Yay.
I will. We are a team now.
We are a team. We're an amazing team. We're not stopping. We don't know what's next, but it's going to be cool. Okay. Bye, friends. Enjoy
Bye.
celebrating tonight. You deserve it. Have
Yes.
some
Yes.